Hey guys, it's Rachel, and it is Thankful Thursdays, and I'm here with Cal this week, and we're continuing with kind of the theme of this week of what some of the other videos have covered. Specifically, Cal and I are going to be looking at I'll tell you now, how the media distorts body image, how the average woman is 5'4" and 150 pounds, whereas the average model is 5'11" and 110 pounds, which is basically an anorexic BMI, and even with this standard that most images are airbrushed. Sorry, I don't look 100% still, do I? Because I've been quite poorly. This sort of made me think about the Dove campaigns that have been going on. I'm going to put a link in. I'm going to put one in for which basically some of you, probably most of you, have seen it actually, and it's the video whereby they've taken the woman and they are just completely changing, basically not only airbrushing but changing the whole shape of her face and all the rest of it before it goes on the cover of a magazine. The other one is one which I've wanted to include. It's actually aimed at teenagers, so yeah, but there might be teenagers out there watching this, so you know that could be quite helpful, and it actually includes a male in the video, and it shows the transformation of both the female and the male, who are both probably around the age of sort of 15. And the other one is Real Beauty Campaign, and it is again something that most people have probably seen. It's kind of been around YouTube for a while and stuff, so that's kind of more specifically sort of really to trigger some emotion in people, and yeah, just watch it anyway. So I've got that. I'm quite in the know about some of the stuff that goes on with Dove. I work for BEAT, which is the UK eating disorder charity, and I am part of a number of volunteers who actually choose to go into schools and work with young people in schools, looking to build their self-esteem, looking to help them understand that, you know, what they see in the media isn't always as it is. It's not directly linked to eating disorders, but of course it can't be disputed that society doesn't have some sort of impact on these conditions. And I think that although, you know, one cannot say that the media is to blame for the prevalence of eating disorders and all the rest of it, they certainly have a lot to answer for, certainly in my eyes, and I'm not blaming them, but I see a huge amount of young people. I work with a lot of young people who are, to use a word, triggered by these images that they see. They don't understand why they don't look like some of these celebrities. They don't understand why these celebrities are, say, 20 years older than them, but have a body that, you know, if I'm talking to a 13-year-old, they don't get why somebody who's 33 has the body of somebody younger than sort of her. She's at 13, she's developed, she has boobs and all the rest of it, and can't comprehend that, can't kind of grasp that, doesn't understand, well, why is she like that and I'm not? You know, and my response to some of these things is that these people will have eating disorder struggles. Not everybody. There's a lot of very thin people out there who don't have eating disorder problems. And I guess this kind of brings me on to what we're looking at this week, and thinking about, you know, the sort of average height and weight of a model. And yeah, we could all point the fingers at these models and kind of say, well, you know, they look like stick insects, most of them. I have to say that there's a lot of models out there who do not have eating disorders. Yeah, who do. I've known people who do work in the industry and they do not have eating disorders. They are maybe naturally very tall, very thin, and that is genuinely how they are. Of course, not everybody's like that. And when we're looking at kind of the amount of supermodels who are down, you know, who are there sort of how many have 4 inches taller than I am and weigh significant, you know, 20 pounds less than me, if not more. Well, you know, what there's nothing I can do about it. And I guess that's the message I kind of want to put out there today, is that you're not going to change this, you know. Yes, society is changing. Yes, there's been certain designers who refuse to use models who are under a BMI of 18.5. And I think that's a significant turn. I think that that's incredibly important. I think that there needs to be a lot more work done there, and I think it maybe needs to rely on BMIs and stuff, but I think there needs to be some sort of core understanding of what's going on for these girls, which ones have eating disorders and which ones don't. So, as I've sort of mentioned, you know, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I read fashion magazines, I love fashion magazines, I love fashion, and I certainly don't compare myself to those images in Vogue.